Hello and welcome everybody. We have the patch notes from NAEU December 24th, 2025. Let's get right into it because it's Christmas and I need to run. So first off, we have Seraph. We have some small changes. So on the Sacramentum, they've improved the flow of animations when instantly activating Sacramentum skills while in the Champion of the Holy Covenant status. And they've added a passive effect that recovers 1.5% BSR every 10 seconds. This should be activated also for the Purgatum. Here it is. If you have the Purgatum, it also gives you 1.5%. It's also been changed to now grant invincibility instead of super armor when exiting the Avatar of Condemnation state. Then we have Flow Shoulder Smite. They've improved so that the character now rotates towards the camera direction upon the pre-attack movement. Same thing for the combo Bonebreaker. Vanguard Chase. They've improved so that if there's a terrain ahead that can be crossed during the finishing movement, the skill will now vault over the terrain instead of activating Armor Crush. Sakura Horizon Slash, they've improved the movement distance to match the distance when used in a normal state. Sakura Culling the Dead, they fixed an issue so movement distance is now consistent with the in-place activation when used immediately after other skills. Culling the Dead, they've improved to allow smoother combos into the Impelling Slash flow, Shoulder Smites flow, Combo Crushing Descent, and Combo Bonebreaker when Unshakable Will 2 is active after using the skill. And then finally, Armor Crush, they increase the attack area slightly to better match the skill animation. Then we have some general class changes on Kunoichi, Delighted Blast. They removed the description stating push the target on hits PvE only from skill as intended. On Nova, the Excel Stars Ring, they fixed an issue with the Stars speed decrease debuff was not applied when using a skill while in Axel. Seraph Ludicium outfit, they fixed an issue where the wings from the unique animation would remain in a certain situations, such as when mounted. Seraph Purga, Seething Hatred, they fixed an issue where the PvP damage ratio for the second hit was not displayed. Then on Seraph Purga, Spreading Violence, they fixed an issue where its description for all evasion reduction did not mention Nullify during cooldown. Then we have Seraph Combo, Crushing Descent, and Bonebreaker. They fixed an issue where the skills could not be performed with RMB, while Unshakable Will 2 was active after culling the dead. On the Impelling Thrust on Seraph, they fixed an issue with a key guide. In the key guide, where it incorrectly stated that the skill could be activated instantly from itself. And on Divine Opening, they fixed an issue where the skill did not apply the evasion decrease effect on attack hits. And then finally, they changed their walking animation to appear more natural. Then we have the big world boss spawn schedule update. So overall, they've changed it to have a maximum of 2 bosses at a time. So here we have the NA times. If you want to, you can screenshot it now. There is another note that Black Shadow is a field boss and does not appear on every server, but I think most people know that by now. And here we've reached the EU. So overall, Garmoth hasn't really moved for EU. It's still at 2 o'clock and 11:15, except for the 7:15 at night on Sundays. Otherwise, all the other bosses have been split up to different locations. Golden Pig King is available twice during the evening and late evening. Overall, you should be able to get all your bosses through. Generally, we can see some early morning times, and then afternoon, evening times. So with that split, there is a small note. The weekly quest allowing you to do the London Morning Light bosses only once a week has been removed, and it can no longer be accepted. And they added new loot for the Morning Light bosses. This is for Bogosal, Golden Pig King, Uturi, and Sangoon. And they drop have a possibility to drop the Faint Dark Hunger box and Faint Origin of Dark Hunger. So here we can see the amount is 1 and 1. The box contains 2 to 5 Faint Origins of Dark Hunger, so generally it can be, between 1 and 6. Effectively, that is quite a drop. There's also the Morning Light boss token, which we'll get to in a moment. But overall, the higher your contribution and damage, the better your chances. But overall, the Faint Dark Hunger box and Faint Origin Dark Hunger is available all the way up to the top 90 percentile. So unless you're in that 10%, you should always have a chance to get these. Talking about the Morning Light boss tokens, they can be exchanged for other items in the Managed Currency UI. So that is where you will be able to get your access to your Embers of the Primordial now, and also Primordial Crystals, and Gold Bars 100G if you don't want to get the crystals. They've also updated the loot for the other world bosses. Sarka, Nuver, Kuranda, Kutum. They've increased the quantity and drop rates of loot. They boosted the rewards for each defeating boss by approximately 75%. Also, they've doubled the spawn rates on the enhanced bosses, and additionally, the loot rewards ranked 51 to top 90 are also increased by 25%. They added a small location indicator to make it easier to track boss monster positions during hunting in Narcion. And speaking of hunting in Narcion, we have the life skill byproducts balance adjustment. So overall, the craft chance of Mysterious Catalyst is increased by 3 times. Farming, the breeding yield from 4 to 10 for 1 slot crops and 20 to 50 for 5 slot crops. Pruning and killing pests has also double the yield now. Hunting, Wildspark, the drops are adjusted by monster, which we'll get to in a moment. Gathering, the yield is increased by 3 times. Mining, it's been increased by 3.5. Lumbering by 3. Tanning and blood collection again by 3.5 times. And fishing discarded bottles, the yield has been increased by 4. Concerning the wild heart drop rates, so overall we have 3 times increase on most of the rare hunting mobs. So there are more dropping from the rare hunting mobs. Also, some of the Tregan animals are listed here, or feather wolves. Then we also have the wild spark increased by 6.5. So here is highlights the shadow black leopard, giant lion, snowfield black yak, and the snowfield yak. The fennel, baby belladonna elephant, so a lot of Camasylvia hunting mobs here, including the crystal alligator, hawk, and poison net scorpion. Then also the wild spark by 9.5. This is for Brerero, another rare hunting mob. Winter bear, snow leopard, belladonna elephant, black leopard, grass rhino, and shadow lion. So here we have the lovely shadow lion. And then we have 22.5 increase on the boss hunting mobs. This includes the white wolf and king brown bear that you can summon, the king griffin in Ash Forest, the grass rhino, Vidurbuck, shadow wolf, and shadow lion. And there's even a 125 increase on the blue whales and fugitive calcs. This might make the fugitive calcs much more worthwhile, even though I still feel Calfeel needs to be thrown in the trash and Medaya only. New wild horse breeds are also here, so the mountain has flourished. New horse breeds now appear, so we have high market value horses, tier 6 to 8. The selling price or imperial delivery price is increased by 10 times. The growth, however, is slower by 2.5. Then we also have another one with 7.5 price increase and a 2.5 slower growth. High market and increased breeding counts also exist. So we have the 10 times value, but a breeding count of 3. This is with a lower growth speed again. Then we have another variant with 7.5 price and breeding count 3. And then finally a 5 times with breeding count 3. In all cases, the growth speed is slowed by 2.5 times. Then we have Courser Optimized. This is tier 8s only. So tier 8s might have the instant accel skill, sideways skill, or instant accel, the super instant accel skill. And it does have the growth speed doubled. And then we also have the sideways skill, again with growth speed doubled. This is for tier 8s only. The price calculation for skills when selling and delivering these mounts remains unchanged. So overall, the skill still gives the same value if it's unlocked, but it won't give you extra cash. Then for Snowfall Crasher, which we got a few events coming up as well, we have the improved snowboard actions due to the start of the Snowfall Crasher event. They've changed the ride board social action to move further than before. They changed the boost skill to reach max speed faster. And when pressing F during a drift, this will activate Blast, which is an instant acceleration. They've also updated the key guide with details on the blast added to the skill. And they fixed the issue where jumping long distances would sometimes cause you to float in the air. So we'll be going into those events after. Arena of Solaire Hall of Fame has also been updated, so the rank 1 for each class are now placed again in the battle arena. If you go there, you can consume 20 energy for a 10-hour, 10% breath XP buff. Generally, it's not worth going there just for the breath XP. However, it is nice when you get grabbing the GM buffs on Battle Arena 1. May as well just cash in that 20 energy for 10 hours and run around with your character while grinding, and this will just give you that little bit of a boost. Quest and Knowledge, we have some adjustments. So Seraph has gotten more exclusive dialogue in the Serendia main quest line. to reflect her Calfian origins. This includes the Grand Chamberlain of Serendia, a secret proposal, a glimpse of a welcome, and return to Glish. So for smooth application, any ongoing quests related to the above have been forfeited today. They also fixed some details in the Chosen Vessel knowledge entry and some in the First Valkyrie knowledge entry. They also changed the knowledge entry Elion and the Black Death to Elion's Corruption, updated some of the content. I'll be looking forward to this. They also added new knowledge obtainable from each Ataraxian boss loot. So we have the Valmakeia, Secrekeia, Yolunakia, and Orzekia for the daggers. Also, they increased the combat XP rewards for the following main quests. So in the Medaya, both the Ancient Power Mogulis and Elezra's Creation, they increased the combat XP by 2.25 or 3 times. This is to ensure that we reach 60 by the end of Medaya. They've also updated the progression path requirements so that you now need to complete Old Moon Logs Volume 2, Book of Margahan Volume 2 to meet the quest condition. And they've improved the progression for the Magnus Revelations, so you can advance to Magnus Abyssal Revelation even if you haven't learned the In Return for Your Help knowledge. Speaking a little bit of knowledge, we have NPC background and sound having some updates. So they added a blue effect to the undiscovered topography knowledge in the Everfrost, or Mountain of Eternal Winter, and the Dregan regions, and they changed the location of some wild animals near the White Tree Forest in Kama Sylvia. Then we have an update to War of the Roses. They've changed the initial spawn time of the Spirit Altar to 45 minutes after the war begins. They've also reduced the monster damage reduction and monster damage reduction rate effects of the Spirit's Blessing by 50%. They increased the elephant's HP by 20%. Applied the following changes to character revival. So the quick revival cooldown will be 20 seconds with 40% of max HP instead of 20. And the full revival count has been changed from 45 to 30 seconds. They've also enabled the commander's attack to hit more than 10 enemies at once. And they applied a powerful damage reduction effect to Narchilian when Kamasilvian faction destroys the Faded Relic at the N1 Sanctum and Uragon appears. The effect is removed when Uragon dies. And they also applied a damage reduction effect for Sephir in the same way on the S1 Sanctum, and the Olin Golem appears, and the effect is again removed when the Olin Golem dies. They've also adjusted the rewards obtainable by participating in War of the Roses. So for the Leading Guild, or Captain Guild, here we have the increase of the gold bars by 1 more, Blazing Loot Boxes with changed contents, Chilling Fragments are increased by 3 times, say the Trace of Thunderbolts from 25 to 30, In the case of the 3rd Legion, the Trace of Thunderbolt gets a big increase from 2 to 10, Chilling Fragments from 10 to 20, 4 Blazing Loot Boxes, and they've also added 1000 G times 5, so another 500 million being added to the 3rd Legion. On the Liberation, the Leading Guild gets 1 extra gold bar again, 1 extra loot box, double the Chilling Fragments, 5 extra traces. The Blossoming Battle reward for the 3rd Legion has also gotten the 500 mil added, Blazing Loot Box content changes, Trace of Thunderbolt from 2 to 7, and on defeat, the Trace of Thunderbolt is gone from 2 to 5 for the 3rd Legion, contents change on the Blazing Loot Boxes, again the 500 mil added. In the case of the Winning Guild, the 1 bill is doubled, Blazing Loot Box from 3 to 5, Chilling Fragments doubled again, and 5 extra traces. They've also changed the contents of the Blazing Loot Boxes, which we've mentioned. They've removed the Emboss Knife. They changed the Gold Bar box, so you can now obtain up to 5 from the box. And they changed the maximum enhancement level for Deboreka Ring and all other Deboreka accessories to try. The drop rates for each loot item have been adjusted accordingly. And the Blazing Loot Box, exchangeable with Metal of Sylvia via managed currency, has also been updated. These changes will only apply to boxes, however, obtained after the update. So here we can see the medals again, but nothing too crazy. Not much has changed there. In the case of the web, they've updated the game information to display it in the Windows Remove or Change Program list. They also fixed the issue where the top menu area was not displayed on the Terms of Service page. They also fixed an issue where operating policy and event rules were shown twice in the top list. Then we have some general modifications and changes. For Kunoichi, there was an awkward situation on the snowboard. In the case of Seraph's Ascension, they fixed an issue where Lazarus Dark Shadow Monster did not appear, or it faced unnatural directions. They've also changed so HP and SP recover automatically during the Ascension quest. They've updated some dialogue in the Orbita's Archives Records quest, fixed an issue where the unnatural NPC appeared in Alta Nova. Some issues where the Adonis defense gear and certain outfits could be displayed together in the character selection screen. Some unnatural movement on snowboards on A or D. They removed the camera shake effect that occurred when Megi Megi of the Cox Pirates performed a death animation. I never actually noticed that while grinding paddocks. They also fixed some issues for the following wall items that could not be displayed installed in residences. This is the Spring Song Wall, Spring Scent Wall, Spring Picnic Wall, Blue Coral Wall, Striped Coral Wall, White Coral Wall, Yellow Starfish Wall, the Blue Ocean Wall, Camasylvia Wall A to F, Winter Wood Wall, Snow Crystal Wall, Snow Wall, Snowflake Wall, Blue Cloud Pattern Wallpaper, Crane Pattern Silk Wallpaper, and Blue Mountain Wallpaper. Otherwise, they fixed some UI issues and gamepad fixes for menu icons or text truncations. Then they also fixed some issues where bloodstains appeared on the floor when striking the mermaid statue at Nymphomare. Dark Knight, some fixes on the metal piercings. Wukong, they fixed an issue where Calpheon, Odraxia's, and Grana's prestige earrings looked unnatural. So overall, just some overhaul. They also updated the shared boxes so that opening them can also grant Seraph underwear and accessories. This includes the Dream White, Crimson Flame earrings, round metal, glasses box, First Crush glasses, First Crush earrings, Levladian underwear with and without stockings, the check beige underwear box, vivid blooming underwear box, and nude black underwear box, and the nude basics. Otherwise, we're going into the events. We have number 3, the Hunt for the Fearsome Yeti Piku. It is back from now until January 8th. You can get your Frosted Matchlock from the Y Challenge. Deal massive damage with your Matchlock. Overall, he will spawn past the cave, walk through the cave, all the way past the bridge, or the low-lying ground there, and end up over there, and it will attack. The times are shown here, so we have the NA times on the left, the EU times are on the right. 8:30 in the evening, 8:30 in the mornings, 5:30 in the evening, and 21:45 in the evening for CET. The Yeti will not appear on Arsha Anonymous, or New Olvia servers, and no death penalties or crystal destruction or XP loss apply if you fall to the Yeti. Overall, you grab your Matchlock or the Frosted Matchlock or the regular Matchlock. When you see the message below, the Yeti is about to appear. It will go from the cave. I would go and hit it at the cave already, because sometimes it might not reach its final destination depending on how many people are there. If you defeat the Yeti coming out of the cave, you will get your Piku Molar, 30 Cronstones guaranteed, concentrated magical black gems, sharps, Caphras, steel black magic crystals, and concentrated black magical black stones. We also have the Piku Horn coming back, the Skillful and Satiated, also the Holiday Cookie, which is a new item, Royal Fern Root Enhancement Help Kits of both variants. The cookie is effectively a 50% item drop rate item for 60 minutes, and the Piku Molar can be exchanged for a decoration. Overall, it's again a combat item drop rate or a life skill mastery decoration. Then we have the return. Go up. Number 2, Smelt Fishing and Winter Shack Shop, also until January 22nd. So, wait, let me confirm the date. Yeah, January 8th. Okay, this will run a bit longer to January 22nd. Overall, we have the Smelt Fishing returning with the Splat Fisher's Fishing Rod, reel in plump chili smelt, chili smelts. Head to the Smelt Fishing spot marked by Lando, open your inventory, and then RMB the Splat Fishing Rod to begin ice fishing. When you feel a bite, you have to reel. The minigame lasts up to 30 seconds, and keep the fish within the blue gauge to drain its strength, and press space to land your catch. Not much has changed here, pretty simple. You can then trade your chili smelts with Creo for adventurer support rewards. You get a Fuzzy Alpaca permanent exchange for 5 chili smelts. 25 chili smelts will give you 500 Cronstones. 15, a 100 Invites of Elks. Then we have some Choose Your Combat Life Scrolls for 10. Marvelous Balix Lunchboxes for 5. Memory Fragments for 5. Laura's Warm Black Tea for 5. Item Collection Scroll increases 5. And then we also have 5 for Secret Books of Florin and Courser's Aura. The rewards can be exchanged by completing the quests after finishing the event in Search for Snowfall Crasher quest. Finding these quests overall, it's a good way to get the alpaca. Then we also have the winter snack shop coming back. So we have cookies, waffles, toffee, and more. This is the Snowfall Crasher Merchant Bolorma. And then we also have the Snowfall Crasher Merchant Ayukan. So overall, we have some life skill mastery up, auto fishing time reduction, combat buff, and life buff items. Weekly purchase limits reset every Monday at midnight, and all winter snack items will be removed on January 29th. So do make sure to use them. They also have the weekly quest to get golden fish and goldfish delight and roasted sweet potato. These should remain available even after the event ends. So overall, again, a combat buff, which does give 20 extra monster AP and 20 extra monster damage reduction. That is pretty huge for the high-end grind spots. And then also the life skill version again. Also, the winter snack shop items are shown here. We have weekly purchase limit of 5. We do have some extras which recover energy and energy recovery, life skill mastery, cooking alchemy time reduction and processing success rate, auto fishing reduction, mount XP and such. And then we have the general combat and life XP buffs again. Moving on, we have the Snowfall Crasher #1 Snowboard Showdown. The preseason is on until December 31st, so you got plenty of time to tune your skills and stomp sick tricks, and get primed for the ranking event next week. So overall, this will run until January 22nd. You accept the event quest in search for Snowfall Crasher quest via the Black Spirit, and then track down Lando there. You will get 300 Snowfall Crasher seals and the Splat Fisher's fishing rod. You can find the quest once per family, and the snowboard quest requires at least a level 60 character in your family and having learned the Seal of the Black Sun knowledge entry upon completing the Medaya Apocalyptic Prophecy main quest. You then chat up Snowfall Crasher helper Lando to start the Snowfall Crasher Snowboard Challenge. You get lowdown on the speed score and jump courses via talking with Axel, Annika, and Bjorn to complete the quests. So here we can see, I think the NPCs, or these are just, it's a player picture. Either way, you get some more Snowfall Crasher seals, Classic Snowboard 7 days. The Classic Snowboard 7 days, you pick up the quest via Axel and Annika, then bomb down the course. If you finish the speed course in under 160 or 100 seconds, you get 100 Cron Stones each time, and some extra seals again. And there is a note before you drop in, tweak those game settings. So they do mention to set up your effects to, your effect opacity to 100 so you can see the checkpoints. Speed, jump, and score challenges. Again, you can get under 80, 50, and 60 seconds. You get some extra rewards. In this case, 300 Cron Stones and a title, 300 Cron Stones and another title, and 100 Cron Stones and a medal. Overall, you get some nice little decorations to place inside your manor or house. They also have special rewards for all you record chasers, bag seals via the challenge, show off your speed and score those Snowfall Crasher seals. Again, under 60, 56, 36, and 33 seconds, you get some extra seals. Moving on, we also have the Snowfall Crasher event being shown already. We have the Crasher event UI. These scores will be reset. They did mention that. And you can enter each snowboarding course and go for your personal best. You use the mount button to ride boards or the ride board social action via the quick slot to hop on. There is the new blast while turning, which is a DA shift F, blast during a drift. Then we also have the DA plus shift for the turn and drift, F and S for boost and brake respectively, and jump and space Q and E for aerials during the jump. Here we can see the Snowfall Crasher seal exchangeables. So overall we have the permanent classic snowboard, some Radiant Premium enhancement boxes and ultimate custom enhancement boxes, a 200, 150 stack, choose your winter outfit, dreamy enhancement help kit, the snowboard rack, sweet potato roaster, and goldfish delights make a return this winter. Then we have a trainer selection box, enhancement help kits, supreme old moon kits, artisan's memories, Valk's Cry, gold bars, and a box of junk that can be sold for 10,000 silver. Pretty much just exchangeable for straight up money at that point. The ultimate custom enhancement box you can choose between artisan's memories and memory fragments, bronze and Valk's Cries, and then some stacks. The Dreamy Enhancement Help Kits gives you 1 in a probability, so RNG box, but it should be available since it's an event item. And we have some highlights of the items themselves. Then we have another one, special gift for the holidays. This will run till January 8th. Someone left a gift box under the Velia tree. Available after midnight on December 25th. You head to Velia and talk to Igor Batali to accept the gift, a gift from someone quest. And on December 25th, you can seek out the gift box between the tree and Velia and interact with it with the R button, and you will get the heartwarming gift box, which gives you all of the following items: 1,000 Cronstones, 5 holiday cookies, Dreamy Enhancement Help Kits, Life Enhancement Help Kits, Secret Books of Florence, Giovanni Grolin's support, Marvelous Valak's Lunchbox, Item Collection Increase Scrolls. So overall, a bit of everything again, and at least 1,000 Cronstones guaranteed. So I think a lot of people will be looking forward to that. Then we have a little thing, I'm not part of it because I'm not a content creator yet. So overall, we have December 24th to February 5th. You can now support your favorite Black Desert content creators when making a package or a coin purchase. You enter a special content creator code at checkout, and the selected content creator will receive a percentage of the sale at no additional cost to you, and you will be able to find their codes below. So here overall we have quite a selection. I don't want to butcher any of these names. So if you see your favorite content creator, you can definitely make a investment. If you are going to be purchasing pearls, you can give a little bit of a kickback to your favorite streamer. Effectively, how does it work? You navigate to the NA Black Desert site, shop a coin or package, and then purchase, and enter the exact content creator code into the box, which is shown here below their names. And then you proceed with your purchase, and you select your methods of payment, and effectively just process that. Then we're already on the Pearl Shop update. So we have the Noonbora pack returning. This is December 24th to January 8th. It pretty much looks like the same one we had last year. We have the Papu, Otter, Black Spirit, and the regular Noonbora for 20% off. Then we all have all classes Noonbora as an extra pack for the Black Spirit, regular Papu, and Otter. We also have the Noonbora board itself. There is also the new Seraph outfits. So Seraph will be receiving the Primavera, Treant, and Desert Camouflage, the Rosalind. Then we have Grandpa Kron's helper, and Grandpa Kron's assistant. Then we also have the Hyperion being added for her, and the Blood Countess. I'm actually quite interested to see what the Blood Countess weapons look like. Then we have the new class, new deals, Winter Resplendent Premium Pack. It's an RNG box, nothing new there. Winter Premium Outfit Pack for 65% off, which is a 10 outfit box. Then we also have Choose a Resplendent Premium Pack, again, RNG box included with an outfit. Choose a Resplendent Premium Pack 2, Winter Adventure Box, effectively the winter outfits for 25% off. You also get some sealed Ancient Book of Life and Book of Combat, which did get new visuals. There is definitely a visual update. I wonder if this is a Easter egg or they've already changed in game. Artisan's Enhanced Support Pack 1, Artisan's Enhanced Support Pack 2. So again, the Artisan's Memories, nothing too crazy. Then we have the Choose Your Winter Training Pack, which is effectively the Venia costume or horse training outfit. Penta Maids for Hire, 45% off for 5 maids. Good deal if you still need some. Then we have Choose Your Snowy Pet Pack, which includes the Snowflake Reindeer, Arctic Fox, Polar Bear, Snowlight Lynx, Midnight Lynx, Twilight Lynx, Borum Wolf, Sylvian Wolf, and Shadow Wolf, 30% off. Here we can see the selection. Then we also have Choose Your Costume box. This is running till January 8th, 25% off for the costumes. And then finally, we have additional discounts, 50% off on the Christmas decor. Then we have 15% off Crystal Restore count coupon. This is permanent. Wait, that is... It's on sale December 24th, 31st. The part that's irritating me is the permanent. Okay, I'm going to actually check that real quick. Because that is not very clear. Permanently increases your family's max crystal restoration count by 1 when used. Using this coupon increases both your restoration count and max restoration count by 1. Restoration count resets each year on the January 1st. First, if you use the crystal restore count coupon, the count will reset based on your increased max restoration counts. Okay, that is a little bit difficult to read. So let me double check this. Permanently increase. Okay, so from the phrasing, this definitely sounds like you can permanently increase your restore count coupon, which will reset on January 1st by +1. I would like to double check this. If I do manage it, I'll add a comment. But I will want to double check this because this would be kind of nice. I mean, I just checked it. It's 2031 coupon pearls, which is almost double a crystal restore count coupon one time. So I mean, you are paying double, but if you lose a lot of crystals and it's going to reset on January 1st, that might be a good idea. Definitely a bit of, I'm gonna try to check into this. Then we also have 10% off the Fence of Abundance, and we have the GM's pick Black Desert Styles 3, which this time includes Seraph, Valkyrie, Nova, and Scholar. Which again has the Merv palette 30 days, 7-day value back, and the Black Desert GM styles. With that, I wish you absolute lovely holidays. If you are celebrating, if you're not celebrating, I hope you still have the best of luck and the best of chances in whatever taps or progress you're doing. And I will see you around Black Desert till the new year, and then we'll go into the new year. Like I said, I'll be adding a comment if I figure out the coupon thing. And I wish you, again, all the best this year.